EXP. Listen here, brand new podcast, third episode, right here on the DreamBuilders podcast. I have my special guest, Dempsey Herrin with Herrin Home Inspection. How you doing, Dempsey?
Doing good.
Doing good, doing good. And I have my mentor right here with me, Bradford Page with Page Properties team. So Dempsey, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why should people get a home inspection?
Number one reason you should get a home inspection is to make sure the property's safe for you and your family to live in. And second reason is to protect your investment, because you want to make sure that nothing on that property needs maintenance, repair, or replacement before you go to the closing table.
For sure, for sure. So with a home inspection, what is the process of getting one?
So the process of getting a home inspection would be typically reach out to me. You can schedule an inspection on my website or reach out to me directly, and I'll typically go over the process and what a home inspection includes, answer any questions the client might have, maybe the pricing the client might have, and we'll send them over a pre-inspection agreement, which will just state my standards of practice, the property address, the price we discussed, and then we'll kind of go from there.
That's awesome. So, okay, so you got all that process
Yeah.
that you do, right? So what does a home inspection include?
So it includes an inspection of every aspect of that property, right? So we start off with the grounds, and the walkways, the driveway. We're gonna make sure that we look at the vegetation around the property. We're gonna inspect all exterior roofing. We're gonna look at the structural components, all interior and exterior doors, windows, outlets, fixtures, walls, ceilings, floors. We're gonna test your appliances, any appliances that are permanently installed. We're gonna make sure they're functioning properly. We're gonna go through your HVAC system, your plumbing system, your electrical system, your water heating system, your attic system, your garage system. And we're gonna make sure that if anything in those systems needs maintenance, repair, replacement, and that you know about it before you go to the closing table, so you can either take care of it or you can be compensated for the price that it'll cost.
That's a lot right there. And how long does a home inspection, that report takes?
So average inspection times, probably depending on the size of the property, will probably be an hour and a half.
Okay.
And the report is always to my client within 24 hours of the inspection.
Okay. Do you do like re-inspections?
Definitely. So if there are any concerns, and typically you'll talk with your realtor, they'll do what's called an amendment to address concerns, which they'll send to the seller.
Okay.
And which can vary depending on situations, but yes, I do go back out to the property, re-inspect any repairs, make sure those are done properly.
Okay.
Yeah, and Joshua, we just had one that Dempsey did for us, and he did one re-inspection for free, and there were a couple of things that weren't finished on it, and now we're far along in the loan process, and the lender got a copy of the amendment to address concerns, and so both sides agreed, all the repairs are now done, but they're requiring notification, or they're going to charge the buyer $100 or $200 re-inspection fee for the appraiser to go back out there.
Oh, wow.
If they have a list of repairs, because we're supposed to provide the full contract with all amendments to our lenders. And if you don't do that, it's almost borderline fraud. If you send an ATAC and these repairs are there, the lender doesn't know about it. So we sent everything down, the lender saw this, and they said, okay, well, just in case they ask for this, let's go ahead and get a re-inspection. So Dempsey will save a client at least $200 by going back out there and doing it, and doesn't charge. So, and even some things, he's going to go out there a second time for us too.
Right. I think
We won't promise he does that all the time, but in this situation, he's helping us out.
while you're on this topic, I think also it's important to say how it can be valuable to get a home inspection before you sell your house too, to avoid that. So pre-purchase inspections can be very valuable, especially in homes where you're not really sure what's going on. You want to make sure that there's not going to be any surprises like that when you go to sell your property, and you can have a home inspection.
And if there are something comes up in that home inspection, you can get a contractor to come in and look and give you prices.
Right.
So then you know when you negotiate your sales price,
Exactly.
what to anticipate. You're not going to get surprised with $1,000 or $5,000 or something here and there that could kill the deal.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I got one more question. What makes you different than any other home inspector?
Well, I'm going to ask you for a timeout a little bit after
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So you can answer that question, but I got one more biggie that,
Sure.
that is real important to you.
Real important to me? Okay.
So the number one thing I think that sets me apart from most home inspectors is the personal connection that I make with my clients. the fact that I encourage them to go through the inspection with me, I make sure that they get that peace of mind that they need before they go to the closing table, because it's very important. And I want them to feel like they can call me even after the inspection's over, or a year down the line, 6 months down the line, they have any building science question. Hey, I know a guy, Dempsey can answer that.
For sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's your question, Bradford?
So, new construction.
New construction, okay.
Yeah.
So, builder, they do everything perfect, don't they?
They definitely don't. I don't think any of us are perfect, but new construction should always have a third-party inspector from the ground up, from whenever they pour the foundation and the slab to pre-drywall inspection to final walkthrough to 9-month builder warranty inspections. We can bundle this all together, and it's more to just make sure that we're holding people accountable, right? So that contractor is going through all his subcontractors and he didn't miss anything, you know, that everything is perfect. And at least you have a better idea of where the process is too, because I'm going to send you pictures of throughout the whole process. So you'll know exactly what's going on.
For sure, and I have experienced it firsthand, because we just did one when you did it, and you explained everything to the detail of the property. What I'm talking about, he went into the attic, also went under the house just to inspect it, put a whole suit on and everything, and I loved it.
So, home inspections.
Yes.
Somebody decides they don't want to get a home inspection. I can just tell you from our point of view that our broker is going to require that they either get a home inspection and pay for it, or sign a waiver that releases the agent of any liability going forward for anything that was not easily identified in just walking through the property. So anything that's undiscovered during the first walkthrough, that's going to be on the buyer.
Very much so.
So protect yourself. Also, the home inspector gives credibility. So if Uncle Joe comes in to inspect the house for you, and maybe he's a contractor, a great guy, can do a very thorough job. So not knocking Uncle Joe, some are great. But when you go to ask and fill out an amendment to address concerns, and they say, give me the listing agent says, give me a copy of the home inspection, you're going to hand them a piece of paper with some notes on it from Uncle Joe with no credentials. It's like, Uncle Joe's a great guy. I have a beer with him all day long. If he's a contractor, I may even put him to work. But that's not going to sit well with the listing agent and their client when they say, yes, we're going to do these things, or we're going to give you some money towards that.
For sure. And I have a question too, Dempsey. What certifications do you got? What credentials? Not certifications.
That's a great question.
Credentials.
Yeah, that's a great question.
I have a lot. So we can start off with, I grew up in construction. Dad was an electrician, took construction as my elective in high school, kind of worked in construction as a kid. Took a break from that for a while, but when I decided to go into my business, I did go back to school. So I have, of course, certified home inspector. I use the ASHI standards of practice. I'm also certified mold inspector, certified in thermal imaging, certified in drone inspections for roofing systems, certified for sprinkler irrigation system inspections, asbestos identification. I'm certified in lead paint and pipe identification, structural inspections.
Wow.
I know I did take septic and sewage inspection. I am certified in that just to be more educated for my clients.
Yeah.
So if they have a septic system, we can make sure they know what it is.
So you didn't just sleep at a Motel 6 last night?
Also certified in pool and spa inspections.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
If they have a pool or a spa on the property, we definitely take a look at that for them.
What can't you inspect? Maybe termites?
So I also took a course. I can inspect any manufactured mobile tiny or log home.
Oh, wow.
I'm certified to inspect those. I know I'm probably actually missing something, but you can, again, check out all my certifications at my website.
Awesome.
I have them all listed there.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
So, question, Mr. Dempsey. So, to end this podcast real quick, the last question, how can the people get in contact with you?
The best way to contact me, go to herrinhomeinspection.com. You can find all my credentials there, all my social medias, my email, direct phone number. Go there, check me out, check out my reviews, certifications, hit me up.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I just want to say thank y'all for watching the DreamBuilders podcast. And this podcast is sponsored by the Page Properties team, the Dream ENT, Real Estate for a Reason, and Make Real Estate Fun Again. Okay.
Thanks for stopping by and joining us.
I appreciate you
Great
having me.
information.
Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you guys.
Cool.
Always. Y'all be blessed, and I'll catch you on the next episode.